Hi everyone, welcome to the Mama Elephant anniversary event. We are celebrating 8 years with Mama Elephant. First up, we have Best Gift Ever. This will be available on September 15th. I thought these images were so precious. I'm going to try to use all 4 of the kid images on a card. And my favorite image is the girl holding the adorable little teddy bear. I also really like the sentiments that this stamp set comes with, and I'm definitely using them for other cards. Here's a look at the coordinating dies. I will be making a slimline card using this stamp set, and I will be using the slim window dressing. This die is already out, but I did want to show you a picture of it so you remember what it looks like, and so it's easier to follow all the different cuts I'm using. First, I'm going to cut out my images. I'm going to cut out 2 of them using this window drape die, and I'm going to use that insert piece, and that's the images that I will color. I did it this way so it would be easier for me to put the windows together later with the images. I will be coloring the images using Copic markers. I've stamped them out using the Gina K amalgam ink in Obsidian on the Nina Solar White 110-pound paper. I had so much fun coloring these images because I had filled up these particular markers, and it was nice to have refills finally. There was like a drought of no refills available for Copics, and I was kind of freaking out about it, but they're back, but they're smaller. But it's okay, at least we have refills. And it was nice to color using a full marker again. I will be using pattern paper, and that's how I selected the colors of the clothes for the kids. So I'm trying to match up that particular aqua color and pink color on the pattern paper with the clothes, just so everything looks cohesive. I very rarely use pattern paper anymore. It's so weird. For some reason in my head, I feel like it's cheating, but it's not. So this particular pattern paper is from Lawn Fawn. I believe it's from their Perfectly Plaid set. For the hair colors, I'm using E31, E33, E35, and E37. And depending on how dark or light I want the hair, I'm either starting with E31 up to E33 and E35, or if I want it darker, I'm going to do just E35 or E37. So I like using these E30 colors. They tend to blend really nice, and it's just not stressful. So that's why I chose those colors. This little guy is so adorable. This is one of the images that is going to go inside the window, and that's why it's that shape. And so I did make a mistake coloring this guy because I wasn't paying attention, and I colored the box all the way down, and I just went outside of the lines crazily. I have no idea how that happened, so I'm doing it here, and I go all the way down, so I'm like, whoops. So what I did is I colored the box more red and then I pretended that he was sitting on a bed, so I kind of made like a makeshift bed with that lighter pink color just to cover up my mistake, because I was not about to start over again on this image. So we made it work, so we'll pretend we didn't do that. So here are the last 2 images. I think these are so cute. I love the little lollipop and the gift, and I forgot to put the little present on top of her head. I forgot to do that, but hopefully I'll be able to make another card and do that, because I think that would be a super cute look, because the stamp set does come with a little box top. I did forget to mention with the images that I colored that are going to go inside the window, I did do a little bit of a blue haze around them so it wasn't stark white, and the color that I used for that is the BG11, which is kind of my go-to for just like a haze around an image. So with the hair, I'm like laying down the darker color and kind of like the crevices, and then blending out with the lighter color, and then going back in with the dark where it was before, just to have a little bit more depth. My lights are super bright, so it's hard to see. For the outfits, I'm kind of spreading out the red and the turquoise color. I'm only using those two colors because I do want to match that pattern paper. So I'm kind of doing my best to use those two colors for the outfits, and just kind of stretching them so I don't have to add an additional color, because I really wanted to match that pattern paper. I know, guys, lots of coloring. We are almost done. Hang in there. We're just going to color up this box. And then I didn't want to color it green, so I went ahead and I did the red dots and then also like a gray color to make it a white box. So we're going to move on and create our card front. I'm using the slim window dressing dies. I'm going to first cut out that panel, and then I'm going to cut that panel out using the grass die that comes with the set, because I need a little grass for my scene that I'm creating. Now I'm going to select a sentiment. I thought it would be nice to have a white sentiment, so I'm taking it and then I'm using Versamark embossing ink to emboss that. Make sure to also heat up your heat gun so it is nice and ready when you go and heat emboss your sentiment. I also forgot to use my powder bag, and I totally regretted it because I had all of these rogue powder bits that I had to move away. Also in the set comes a panel that's plain, and I've cut that in a lighter pink. So I've cut out my drapes with the square drape die. And that is where I used my pattern paper. So I'm going to adhere that onto the card, and I've also cut out the window boxes, and I've cut them out a couple times, and I'm stacking them so they look like they stick out, and it looks so cool in real life because it sticks out and there's like a lot of dimension to it because I used like a thicker paper. So then I'm putting my image in the middle, and then I'm placing my window box as well. So before I put this card together, I did look at all the images, if it would fit, what it would cover, just to make sure that the images were seen and that they weren't covered by all of my window elements. I did also double stack my drape piece with another piece of white paper, so it's double stacked. So I'm taking that whole panel and I will adhere it to that darker pink piece, which is from that slim window dressing die set. Then I will take the grass piece that we made earlier and adhere it to the front of those two pieces. I'm kind of finding the perfect placement here for my kid images. So then I'm placing those at the bottom because I did want to use all 4 of the images. I have just this thing with using all the images in a stamp set. For some reason, I have to do that every time. I am going to embellish it using these clay snowflake sprinkles. It came out so cute, and then I thought about it and I'm like, does this card make sense because there's grass and then now there's snowflakes on top of it. So I don't know if I should have made snow instead, but it's too late now, y'all. It's too late. Everything is glued down and we cannot turn back, but I do love how the card turned out. And I only put the snowflake clay sprinkles toward the bottom. So here is a look at the completed card. Okay, I'm calling that card done. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for all of your kind comments. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys again tomorrow for another video. Stay safe and happy crafting. Bye, guys.